It will be very easy to understand system design interview when I tell you these three things. Hello everyone, I am Azazul Haque and I am senior application engineer at Oracle with 6 plus experience in both startup and MNC. And today we will understand how to tackle system design interview. So when interview asks you to build me an e-commerce website, so your first thought will be I will make a microservice, I will do caching, I will add a rate limiter and what not. Like what are the SQL needed, what are the services we needed, horizontal scaling, vertical scaling, tons of things will go in your head and you start building and building and building. Then interviews just suddenly ask you, Ki I have a very less customer, why are you creating microservice? Then you are stuck. Now we come to our second point. Okay, so understanding of a problem, what interviewer is trying to ask you. Okay, before just jumping into solving the problem, you just ask the question to an interviewer, what are the things which is required for your customer base. So let's suppose we talk about your environment. Let's suppose he didn't ask you the question of e-commerce website. It asked you in your last company, if your customer has been 10,000, how you will resolve the issue. So now it is your problem, because the point of interview of a system design is not to understand that you know the caching and all those stuff like Redis and NoSQL, SQL, rate limiting, cap theorem, horizontal or vertical. It's about how you solve a problem when the things get complicated. So to understand it, you have to ask question to interviewer that what are the things it's required for a customer base, like how many customer is going to use, and what are the things it will be required to solve the problem, like loggings, then what are the database you want me to use, and what are the things. So all the question you have to ask until you are satisfied, okay, with this information I can build a system, and you have to think out loud all the interview. Now let's come to our third point. I will give you an example. Let's say if you are seeing a cricket match, that is a live streaming platform. So at the time of a live match, the the people who are seeing the match will goes to a million views, right? Now if you have a normal microservice where 3 or 4 microservices is running, now you need more than them. Okay, or at the time when the customer is increasing, it should also duplicate the microservice. Now here is the catch: when the customer goes down, then or user goes down, then you have to decrease the microservices, right? So there are a lot of things that will increase and decrease at the time. So you have to understand like this. Okay, this is the real problem statement. It's not about you have learned lot of designing e-commerce website or a streaming platform, rate limiter, URL shortener, that you all can learn. But what is the point of the interview is to solve the real world problem. Like you must have seen some issues which is causing in logs or in database, or the service is getting down. These are the actual problems. So when you tackle those problems and understand those problems, why the issue come and what is the solution for that, that is actually the main purpose of system design interview. To understand all these things, I have one very good blog which the interview is taken by a Google recruiter, and how the person gives an interview, it's a very interesting. I will add it in my description. So you have come this far. So these are the very basic building block of giving or approaching system design interview. Why it is important for experience? Because experienced people already have encountered the issues which are coming for the rate limiting side, or the database side, or the caching side, or the log side, or the microservice monolithic. So these are more important for the people who are experienced. So these are the basic things you have to keep in mind when you are giving system design interview. Otherwise you have learned all the things but is still stuck on the basics. It might create an issue for that, right? And one more thing, if you are planning, so you know how to prepare for a TSA round.